Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We're finally back with the Battleship Bismarck and we've got issue 63. So yeah guys, sorry it's been a while for the Battleship Bismarck. I've got quite a few of them to do, as you can see down here. Including this one, I've got 12 to do. If you've been watching the Spitfire videos, you'll know obviously that I've been a bit ill, so I wasn't able to pick up on any of the builds. So I've managed to do all the Spitfire ones that I've got. I've now just got the Bismarck ones to do. So with issue 63, we are starting on the Searchlights for the funnel. We do get a couple of extra bits that we're doing with this one though. So the motor that we did from issue 62, this one just here, we're actually attaching that to the underside of the deck in this one, with a cog that comes with this issue as well. Which is all that bit there. Then we've got the top for the funnel that we attach in this one, and then we build the searchlights as well. Now for the searchlights, what you are doing is exactly the same as we did with issue 40. Now obviously issue 40 was the one that I royally screwed up because I tested the light in the wrong circuit board, so it blew the LED. So the front searchlight, which obviously is on the superstructure there, that won't work on my Bismarck. But these two, they will work. I'm determined they'll work. So we do build those in this issue, and we attach them to the searchlight platform. That all then gets attached onto the funnel, and then there's just a couple of little photo etch bits here that go onto the side of the superstructure, and that will be it for 63. So what we'll do is we'll get started with the first bit. So this is going to be obviously the deck that we've got done up to now. So if I just flip this over and gently lay it on its back. So what we're doing with this one, as I say, we've got the motor just here from the last issue, and then there's a little cog. I'll grab my tweezers. There's a little cog inside this one, which is that one just there. So now there's a couple of little parts in this one that I'm thinking we're going to need as well. So I'll just get out the screws there, and then underneath there there's the other bit that we'll need to cover over the motor as well. So I'll pop that back in there and then just move that out of the way. Right, so this is all getting attached onto this side just here. So I'm going to move all these parts onto my side so I know where they are, and then bring in the screwdriver. So first stage of the instructions is to take the motor and attach the gear in. Now it has got a little, let me show you on this camera just here if you can see it. So there's like a little shaped part on there, and that goes into the back side of the cog here. Now it is a very loose fit, so obviously take care with that bit. Next, turn the upper superstructure deck over, place the motor in the recess on the underside of the deck as shown. The teeth on the part should mesh with the cog. So that should go in like that, and they should all mesh together if I get it in the right way. There we are, so that's fine. So that's that bit. Move the instructions out of the way. There we are. So fit the cover, ensuring that the screw holes on the cover line up with those on the upper deck section. So here we've got the cover, and it just goes straight over that way. Is it that way? Yep, that way there. So everything fits together, and then fix the cover in place using 2 PB screws. Support the deck from below while tightening the screws. So just underneath the bit itself. So we'll get that all tightened up. That's one. And then we'll just do the same. Oh, hang on. There we go. I don't think that screw had had the paint done very well, because it sounded like the paint had chipped then. Yeah, just a bit of paint chipping in there. So that's the motor all attached. So that's the front 2 15cm guns done for this week. Next is the funnel. So we're bringing the funnel in here. So this is what we did. I think it was with issue 62. I can't remember. It's been that long since I've done the Bismarck. So now we're going to bring in the parts that we actually get with this issue just here. So, if I move that out of the way. Right. So, fitting the top of the funnel, which is this grill just here. So, let me grab some glue. So, take the funnel cap and the grill. Right, so let me get this glue in here first and then we can start gluing some bits together. Okay, so grill, funnel cap. So the funnel cap is this one. So just show you on that close cam just there. And then the grill, obviously that one just there, that one. So, apply a little super glue to the edge of the grill and fix it in place on the funnel cap as indicated. So actually, sorry, this is the funnel cap here. That's the wrong bit. So that's the funnel cap there, that one. And then same again with the grill. So that will go in. Is it going upside down like that? I think it must do. Yes, it does. So, get me cocktail stick. Well, I'm using a little pin for these, just 'cause it's a bit easier to apply the glue this way. Apply a little super glue to the edge of the grill and fix it in place on the funnel cap as indicated. Note that the flatter side of the grill is facing upwards. So, if we just get on this camera here, just a little bit of glue on each side of this. Like that. And then just a bit at the top. And then a little bit at the other side there. So, when we glue this into position, there's only one way it will fit in neatly, which will be that way around just there. So where you've got the higher end of the funnel top, you'll have the little sort of square peg just at that end, just there. Now, step 2, place the funnel base plate. So that one I had originally was the funnel base plate on the work surface with the raised sections facing forward. So they just look like, there you go, like tiny little rivets. So that's facing upward. Apply a little super glue to the pegs on the underside of the grill, which are, if you can just make them out, it's that one, and then there's another one just down here. So just a dab of glue onto those. There we go. And apply a little super glue to the grill and fix the funnel cap and grill over the base plate. Well, that snapped into place quite easily. Looking good. So we'll show you on that one. Just there. You can't really make it out very well, but in there should be just a little bit better. There we go. This shows the funnel cap assembled. Note that one end of the cap is higher than the other. The higher end goes at the forward end of the funnel in the following step. So, bringing in the funnel that we've built up to now. Take the funnel assembly from issue 61. Note that the curved end of the funnel, this bit here, is the forward end. Apply a little super glue around the rim of these parts and fix the funnel cap assembly in place. So when you fix it in place, it's going to go that way round, with the higher end on the side of the curved bit. So I'm hoping everybody's been well and been carrying on with the build all right up to now. I know I am quite far behind everybody else now. If you haven't been keeping up with the Spitfire build, Basically, I had a staph infection in the bottom of my spine, so I wasn't able to do anything where I had to sit for anything more than sort of a couple of minutes. I just had to lie down. Basically, I spent 2 weeks of my life just lying on my front, and it was horrible. But it's obviously all recovered now. So yeah, so that's the funnel itself, all built and put together. Now, building the searchlights. Now we get 2 of these, so it's exactly the same as what we did with issue 40. What I'll do, I'll build one, and then I will, you just repeat the same process. So I'll build one, then we'll cut to the next part of the instructions after we've built this one. So, just move one of the sprues over to that side there, so we've just got one here. Now then, cut the searchlight body A, so that's this part just here, from your sprue. And fit one of the searchlight lenses, so that's one of the 2 clear parts, just inside here, into part A as indicated by the red arrow. So basically, when you're fixing these in, I'll hold it that way around so you can see on this camera. You can't see it at all there, can you? So it'll go in that way round. So the little like raised bit will face in towards the part, and the flat bit will face the other way straight down. So that's in there like that. And you don't need to use any glue on that, that'll just hold itself in place. Now, take the 2 LEDs, LED cables, and the cable labels, and wrap the cable around each of the labels at the end away from the LED. Right, so these cable labels will just attach at the end that's got the connector. If I can get it off the backing paper, we will anyway. There we go. Right, so we'll connect that on there like that. So B11 just on that side there. Now, the next part we need is the circular part, which is the base, the searchlight base, part C. So this is the small round one that's got that little kind of square hole in it. And thread the LED end through the hole in the base, and it goes in from the back. So where the little kind of lip is, if you can make that out on that camera there, that little lip, it has to face in, I think it's from that side, yeah. So you put the LED through that hole like that, and then that will fit into the back of Searchlight Part B, which is the bit that basically just looks like the back of Part A that we just attached. So it's just that one with the just totally flat sides there. Now that's got to face in with the LED facing straight out. So if I pop that into there like that, it's a snug fit again, that one. So that's in there. Apply a little super glue around the edge. That's just around that lip that I was just talking about, just on this part here. Just around that lip, trying not to get anywhere near the LED. There we go. Now we glue so that's glued in place. Then do we glue that one in? I would assume that we do. Glue the back of the Searchlight B to the body of the Searchlight A as shown in the inset. So all we do is we just take this part here, the one with the little lens in it, and we glue it on. Now there is a little cutout part, like a little groove, that the wire for the LED will fit into. So that's that. So that's on. So just so you can see on the side camera, you can see the LED through there, but that's what it'll look like when it's all done. So next, take the support arm E, which is this one. So this one in the middle just here, this is part E. So if I just cut this off, might need to use a proper scalpel for this bit, because the plastic here is quite, it is thin, but it's quite awkward to get to if you just trying to cut it with your side cutters. So, and fit. Right, so we take the part and take the support arm E, which is this one here, and fit it to the pins on the ends of the arms into the holes in part A. So this has got to go on the other side, so this is away from the wire. That's one side in, that's the other side in just there. Take the searchlight stand, part F, and the side of the stand D. Right, so that's these two bits here. So if we cut the next two bits off, these are the only two bits that we've got left to do on this one, and it looks like they've just got two pegs where you can slot everything through. So just going to clean these up because I've just twisted them off of the sprue. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. And then that one there as well. Right, so that's those bits done and cleaned up. Take searchlight stand part F and side D. Fit the cable into the slot. Secure these two parts together with super glue. Make sure no adhesive gets on the cables. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to put the glue onto the two little pins just in there. So if I just slot the cable through, so you can kind of make out what I'm doing here. There's a little trench that runs through this part, so you can kind of see it just about there, right in the middle of this flatter bit. That's got to go facing so that the cable will fit into there, like that. That's it, and then I'm just going to grab my tweezers. This is going to be more difficult because it's actually flatter than it's flatter, so you can't really make a good get a good grip on the side bits. I'm trying to keep as little glue on these bits as possible, because the last thing I want is to get glue on the cable. That's it. There we are. So that's in, that's attached. Easiest way as well to tell if you've not got any glue on the cable is just to move the part around. So it's kind of just like that. So that's all moving nicely. That's one of them done. Now this will slot into the little pin just there. Will slot into that little hole just up there. So if I can just try and squeeze that up into there like that, so that'll fit like that. So now I'll put that bit in. So that's going to go glued in there. Put a good amount of glue in that actually. There we go. And then pushing that up and that in there like that. And just hold it in. So that grabs the glue in there. That's it. And then we'll just pull this bit up here. So glue the searchlight base to the other side of the searchlight stand and repeat this section of steps to assemble the second one. So now this is what it'll look like when it's all done. So I'm just going to glue this on, glue the base onto the base onto the searchlight itself, and then we'll do exactly the same. So there you go, so you can see what it looks like when it's all done. When a proper searchlight's done and it's not thrown across the room. That's what it looks like. So I'll do the exact same thing with the other one. And then we'll come straight back to you. I'll tell you one thing, that's a lot easier to do when you're not recording. So we've got 2 searchlights done there, both of those sorted. So next part is assembling the searchlight platform. So next we're going to need the actual platform itself, which is just that bit there. So take the deck covering, which is the dark grey one on here, and thread the connectors on the ends of the searchlight cables through the 2 holes in the deck covering. So that's through these 2 holes there and there. There's 1 there, and that is 2 there, and that'll go through. There we go. They're both in. Now it says, position the covering of the searchlight platform so that the cables can run through the recesses in the platform. When you're happy with the fit, apply a little super glue to the underside of the decking and fix in place. Make sure there is no glue on the cables. So, if I try and get this centered like that, and then we've got to get the cables. You've basically got to get the cables to go through those 2 little slots there. So all I'm going to do, because this might take a little bit more jiggery pokery than you think. So I'm just going to get the glue on there now, and then I'm going to put the cables in there like that. Try and get them lined up with where they need to go. Actually, in the in those 2 grooves. So, oh, come on! I need 18 pairs of hands to do this. That one's in, and so is that one. So I'm just going to hold that down and clamp it so you can see. There we go. Let's try and turn this one around a wee bit. There we go. Right, so that's in, and the 2 searchlights there are pointing off in different directions. So that's all good. Now this has to go onto the funnel. So it's past the starboard searchlight cable through. So it's these 2 holes, that side there and that side there. So it's actually going on to the back. This one. So there and there. So we've got to pass the searchlight cables through, one through that hole and one through that hole just there. No, that's the wrong side. So if we fold that over on itself again, pass that through there like that, that's that one. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Because if you get the cables in there first, then it's going to mean this next bit is going to be a hell of a lot easier. Pass that through there, pass that through there like that, and then you can pull the cables like that. There we go. So those two cables hanging down under there. Gently pull the two cables through the slot, bringing the platform up to surround the aft end of the funnel. A peg on the platform should fit into a hole in the funnel. When you're happy, fix in place with a little super glue to the peg and fix in place. So that's the peg, obviously, that it's on about. So I'm just going to put the glue on there. Bit on the top. Bit on the bottom. Bit more on the bottom because that's not quite got enough on. There we go. And then if I just push that in like that, and pull those cables, there we go. There we go, so that's those both attached. So that's the searchlights all done and on. I am going to just pull this one down a little bit because it's just a little bit too high up, but I'll do that in a moment. Next we need the superstructure because we've got a couple of photo etch bits to attach. So here, whoops, we have the superstructure that we've done up to now. These are the two photo etch parts, and basically where they are going is going to be there. So those two little holes just there, and then the same on the other side. These two parts have got two little pegs just on the back there. Oh, crikey, you can't make that out, can you? I'll show you on this camera actually. So they've got two little pegs just on the back. So I'm going to twist these off actually because they've only got two connection points. It's going to make it very easy to twist them. So if we twist that one off as well, there we go. Right, so just put a dab of glue on those two pins, like that. I'm just going to grab my tweezers for this. So that's one. And then trying to do that left-handed is not easy when I'm not a lefty. Yeah, that's in. That's in. There we go. There we are. So that's those two little bits attached. Whoops, move that down a little bit so you can see it. Just at the top there. So that's it for issue 63. Finally, I'm back with the Bismarck building. Loving it. So issue 64 is just the next section of deck. with a couple of the barbet rings to go on there as well. So that's the 6th deck section, together with two 15cm gun barbets. That's that all done. Yep, so I'm just going to tweak the fit on this, on the searchlights at the back here, just so they sit right, basically. I don't want to pull on that cable too much and risk tearing it, so yeah. So that's it. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness, and I will see you in the video for issue 64, which should be up fairly shortly. I am thinking of doing the same as I've done with the Spitfire, try and upload them every couple of days between now and when the next pack comes, just so that we can get everything done, basically. So yeah, until next time, guys, please remember, happy modelling and stay safe.